Hello and welcome to the Tabletop Simulator mod for Networld Protocol. This video is going to teach you how to use it. I've tried to make everything as intuitive as possible and hopefully nothing is too confusing, but in case I'm wrong about that, this video will serve as some insurance. So, I'm going to assume that you've learned elsewhere how to install Tabletop Simulator, install mods for Tabletop Simulator, and so on. There's a wealth of resources for that out there already. So this is what you will see once you launch the TTS mod for Networld Protocol. As you can see, it's mostly set up for a game already. Just a couple of things to point out in the TTS mod itself. There's a copy of the rulebook over here. If you right click and hit pop up, then you can actually read it at a nice size. There's a survey over here for playtesting feedback that will go away eventually. You can also send feedback about the game through the Discord server. And if this is your first game, or if you're playing a pre-constructed game, there are pre-constructed decks put together in these bags over here. So if I am going to play a game, and I pull out these components from the bag, here are my class sheets for the Fantastic pre-constructed deck, if I'm going to play Fantastic. Here are the Fantastic cards. And this is a bag with all of the pieces that this particular deck will need in it. You can pull them out however you like, but I've also put this little button on here that will draw them all into your hand. And sometimes I like to drag, select, and then just drag them onto the table somewhere so they're available whenever I want to use them. So I am not going to teach you the rules to the game in this video, so if you're playing a pre-constructed game, that's all you need to know from this video. However, if you are playing a constructed game inside Networld, how do you put together a deck of cards? I've tried to put together a couple of ways that you can do that, and I'm going to try to walk you through both of them. So let's get this window down here. So the first way you can do it, I'm not sure which of these ways will be more convenient, so I'm just showing you both. You can go to this address. You can go to irreduciblegames.com/networld/deckbuilder.html, and that will take you to the online deck builder. It's not the prettiest deck builder in the whole world, but it is functional. You can select a faction and then see all of their cards. If you click on the cards, you'll get to look at them. It will also show you any classes associated with those cards, and then you can add cards to your deck, like so, and they will go into a deck list over here. So let's pretend we're building a deck list right now. I can use cards from a couple factions. So let's just pick a couple of these. Okay, I have at least 15 cards, so that's enough. You can export your deck right now to a pair of images which can be imported directly into Tabletop Simulator. So I'm going to hit that. It might take a second. Tabletop Simulator will take images, and you just have to tell it how many rows and columns are in the images. Okay, here we go. I'm going to save both of these. One of these is my class sheets, and one of them is my actual cards. And the deck builder is telling, it might just take a second. The deck builder is telling us the sizes of the image right here. All right, so let me tab back into Tabletop Simulator. How do we import these? So if you've just used Tabletop Simulator as a player, this might not be completely obvious. Let me just set these aside real quick. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Objects, Components, then Custom, and then Deck. You can drop a couple of these on the table. You can right-click to stop making new ones, and then you're going to get this pop-up. So Face is asking you for a picture that's going to tell you what the front of the cards look like. That's this picture right here. And in this case, I would just do local most of the time. In this case, our image is 5 cards across. Nope. And 3 cards high, and there are 15 total cards in the deck. Now, the back is the card back, but what you should be able to do is go to the deck builder and just copy this URL, because I've already hosted the card back in Tabletop Simulator for you. and you should be able to import. And it made this deck weird. So maybe make one deck at a time. But here are your cards. As you can see, all of the cards I selected in the deck builder are right there, but I'm going to do this again. I'm going to go Objects, Components, Custom Deck. Right click. Now I have the pop-up again. Now I can select the other deck, which is my class sheets. That's 5 across and 2 down, and it looks like I have a total of 6 classes in the deck. Once again, the card back is right here at this URL, so I'm just going to copy, and I'm going to paste, and I'm going to import. Give it a second. Excellent, there we go. That got cut off a little bit. I will have that fixed in the final. All right, now of course then you need pieces. Pieces are not so easy to simply import from an image, so what I've done is over here in the corner, I've put a copy of every piece in the core set. So you can right click, you can hit search, and then I can pull out, every piece I need, which would be, I think, these and probably a couple more. And if I need extra copies of anything, I can always Control V to copy, Control V to paste. And now I have everything I need to play with my constructed deck. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can build a deck directly inside the Tabletop Simulator mod, because similarly, I have included 1 copy of every card and 1 copy of every class sheet in the game right over here. So you can walk through, look for whatever cards you want. You can hold Alt to get kind of a closer look at each of these cards. I can pull out the card. I can Control V to make a copy if I want a second copy of that card, and then obviously I need class sheets. I need to go in here, dig around for the correct class sheet. They should be kind of organized by faction, and there we go. So those are 2 ways to build a deck. All right, that should be everything for now. If you have any questions, again, do not be afraid to shoot one out on the Discord. Thank you very much, and have fun.